Well, good evening, everyone. This is Mike Bass back again with another forecast update for you for this March the 8th, 2026. I'm hoping everybody had a great Sunday out there so far, but it's a great Sunday evening. Hope everybody continue to stay safe and well, and also enjoy the weather, because it's the only weather you got. Okay, in tonight's video, we're going to be taking a look at the storm system moving across the country. Also, take a look at your local forecast for your Monday, Tuesday. Also, the current watch and warning advisory map currently across the nation as well. Also, we're going to take a look at the severe weather perspective of the video for day 2, 3, and 4. And we got severe weather to talk about in tonight's video. And also take a look at the drought monitor as well, because there are plenty of areas of drought conditions with some severe drought to no drought areas. But we'll show you which areas is severe to no drought at all. So make sure you stick around to the entire video. Also like these videos, share these videos, and also make sure you subscribe also, so that way we can reach that 700 subscriber mark. Still trying to reach that. Tell everybody you know to hit the subscribe button on the Mike Bass Weather Forecast channel, so we can get to 700, and then we're going to go for 800 and then go from there. Alrighty, also like these videos because they do go a long way. Make sure you hit that like button also on the YouTube's channel as well, and also that shares the video out to more people, so that way they'll get a chance to view my forecast channel as well. Also make sure, like I said, and also share these videos also. That would greatly appreciate it as well on other social media platforms, so that way everybody get a chance to see my forecast channel as well. So alrighty, well, let's go ahead and dive on into the weather forecast now. We're going to take a look at your forecast, and we're going to start off with this little system here down in the west of the Baja region, the California region. You can see a little upper level low spinning off the Baja region of California coast, funneling in moisture across the southern Baja region, California, to Mexico, to Texas, along the Gulf Coast from Louisiana over toward Florida, up into the Carolinas, also into the Mid-Atlantic, Northeast, also up towards Newfoundland, also over toward New Brunswick, heading on over towards St. John's area as well, up in the eastern Maine areas also. Got a little system up here around the Great Lakes region, around Michigan, over toward Wisconsin, also into Minnesota. Also got more activity over here through the Dakotas, Wyoming, Montana, Idaho, and Washington, Oregon State, and also some across South Canada as well. A little bit of activity down toward the Bahamas, and also across Cuba as well. But you can see pretty quiet, tranquil conditions elsewhere across the lower 48, where there's no precipitation. You're just in clear skies or fair weather for your location. Alright, let's move on into your local forecast, and we'll take a look at your Monday forecast. We can see we got snow and freezing rain up here across northern Michigan, Lake Superior, also over toward Wisconsin, Minnesota, through North and South Dakota, also in the Montana. A little bit more snow flying over here in portion of western Montana, Idaho, Washington State. Got some heavy snow over in portion of Washington State with mixed precipitation there as well. Stretching down into Oregon, also in Idaho, Montana. Got some freezing rain across Montana, also a little bit across South Dakota as well. But you can see the mixed precipitation stretching it through the Dakotas, Wyoming, also in the Utah area as well, down to Arizona, New Mexico. Got some shower activity up here around Michigan, stretching in Indiana and Ohio. Then we got thunderstorms and showers for the Carolinas, Georgia, up toward Kentucky, Tennessee, southern Indiana, through Mississippi, Arkansas, to Louisiana, to Texas, to New Mexico, northwestern Mexico, Arizona, southern California, the Baja region of California. Got some severe weather across Arkansas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama. Critical fire weather over New Mexico, North Texas, and portions of Nebraska, and southeastern Wyoming. Alrighty, otherwise, a little bit of shower activity across central and south Florida toward the Florida Key. Now, otherwise, big dry high pressure to remain in charge of your local forecast area for your Monday. Alright, let's move on into your Tuesday forecast. And it should roll out something like this here. And you can see we got a storm system reaching from coast to coast, from New Brunswick all the way to California. Then another cold front stretching into North and South Dakota across South Canada. Then we got a little upper level system up here in areas of New Mexico, that's the one that was spinning over here across the Baja region of California, moves into Mexico. But you can see the severe weather from Texas all the way to Indianapolis, Indiana, Illinois to Missouri, to Kansas, to Oklahoma, to Arkansas. We've got heavy rain, flash flooding from southern Michigan to Texas as well. Then we got thunderstorms and showers for southern Arizona, New Mexico, also a little bit in Colorado to a portion of Mexico State, to Texas, to Louisiana, to Arkansas, to Indianapolis, Indiana, to Michigan, also New York State, to Vermont, New Hampshire, down to West Virginia, Alabama, Georgia, southern South Carolina as well. Let's see, got mixed precipitation over here in Arizona, New Mexico, Colorado, to Wyoming, to South Dakota, Nebraska, to Iowa, to Minnesota, Wisconsin, Lake Huron, Lake Superior, Michigan, over toward areas of Maine, and also Ottawa and Toronto, Canada. And give some mixed precipitation over in Washington, Oregon State. Heavy snow in portion of Washington State. Snow flying in portion of Oregon, Idaho, Montana, Washington State. Also in Wyoming, North and South Dakota, right on the Canadian-U.S. border, and some mixed precipitation in North Dakota. Freezing rain is possible from southeast Minnesota to Wisconsin to Michigan, over toward northern Maine and the New Brunswick areas as well. So, alrighty, we didn't leave nothing out this time. So, otherwise, expect dry high pressure to remain in charge of your local forecast area for your Tuesday. Alright, let's move on into your current watches warning advisory map, your location across the nation. And it'll roll out just like this here across the board. Alright, we got some flood warnings in effect from up here in New Hampshire. I think that's Vermont, down in the New York State. Also some special marine warnings off the South Carolina coast. Got some dense fog along the North Carolina Outer Banks, and up here and also around Long Island, down toward the Rhode Island coast as well. Then more dense fog down here from the Big Bend area of Florida to southeast Louisiana. Also more dense fog in Louisiana, southern Mississippi, and also southern Alabama, portion of the Panhandle of Florida. More flood warnings in effect for areas in Indiana, also into areas of Illinois, Missouri, also into Arkansas, and also eastern areas of Kansas, also one area there in Oklahoma. Red flag warning for North Texas, also one county in Oklahoma, a little bit in New Mexico, Colorado, Nebraska, also portions of Wyoming, and also eastern Montana. Wind advisory for areas of North and South Dakota, especially with the stable for areas of Iowa. Then we got wind advisories also for western Montana, northern Idaho, and also Washington, Oregon State. Winter storm warnings and winter weather advisory, and avalanche warning for areas of Washington State. Some winter weather advisory stretching into northern Oregon. High wind warnings in effect for Montana and also Wyoming and southeast Wyoming there as well. Wind advisory for southern California areas as well. We got a little bit of small craft advisory from Maine to the Boston area, and then southern California up to Washington State, around the Hawaiian Chain Island with some hydro issues there as well. Some around the Alaska region. Freezing spray warnings in the blue. Blizzard warning is in the red to the north, and a little bit of winter weather advisories to the northwest in the Alaska area. Alright, let's move on to the Storm Prediction Center Outlook. This is for your Monday, and it will roll out something like this here as soon as it refreshes the page here. Okay, you can see general thunderstorm from southern California to Texas to areas of Georgia, even the eastern Carolinas, up toward Raleigh, toward the Outer Banks, up toward Bowling Green, Kentucky, and Nashville, Tennessee. But you can see we have a slight rift from Little Rock, Shreveport to Jackson, and stretching over the portion of Alabama. Then we have a marginal rift from eastern Texas, stretching to Dalton, Alabama, Columbus, Georgia, to Birmingham and Memphis area. Let's take a look at the tornado probability. 2% around the Little Rock to Shreveport to Jackson, Mississippi areas. Damaging winds from Shreveport to Little Rock to Memphis to Birmingham to Dalton to Columbus, Jackson and Alexandria. Shreveport, you're in the damaging winds about 5%. Large hail, pretty much the main concern across Arkansas, Louisiana, Alabama, and Mississippi, and that's in that yellow to brown slashed area. That would be golf ball to baseball size hail possible in that area. 5% in the brown, 15% in the yellow for some large hail in the other areas. Alright, now let's move on into day number 3, and it should roll out just like this here. Alrighty, we got a big area. Slight rift from much of Texas all the way up to Chicago, Illinois, also Fort Wayne, Indiana. We've got a enhanced rift up here around Hannibal to Pierre to Springfield. This could be where a lot of damage occur in this slight rift to areas to all the way to southern Michigan. Also, we even have a marginal rift up here around areas of Milwaukee to Detroit, all the way down to San Antonio, and then you can see Brownsville all the way to Buffalo, all the way to Colby, areas of Kansas. Just general thunderstorm. The probability should be 5, 15, and 30%. And you can see where the yellow slashed areas and the red and the yellow slashed areas, that's where the significant severe weather will occur. And up here across Missouri to Illinois, the Indiana portion of Michigan, and then from Kansas down into Texas areas as well. Alright, let's roll on into day number 4. We got another area of 15% risk area stretching from Lupkin, Louisiana, all the way to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Marginal risk will outline this area here, and would not be surprised, could be a marginal risk over in the east of the mountains, so we'll continue to monitor that, and could be even a slight risk, so we'll watch that as well. But right now, here is the 15% risk area as of day 4. Alright, now let's move on into the drought monitor. As you can see, much of the United States is in some kind of drought, except North Dakota. You're pretty well in the clear. California, you're in the clear. The northern South Dakota, portion of Wisconsin, Minnesota, portion of Wisconsin, Iowa, and also Kansas and the portions of Colorado, a little bit in Arizona. But you can see much of the area from Maine to Florida to Texas to Arizona, all the way up to Washington, Oregon State to Montana. You can see we have anywhere from a severe drought in the red, in the orange, to extreme drought in the red, to a dry and just yellow. But you can see much of the area is under some form of drought. But like I say, those states I called out earlier, you're pretty much in the clear. The only two that I do not see any warnings, is for North Dakota and California. Everywhere else has got some kind of drought in your area. Even West Virginia, you're in the clear too as well. So, and also most of Kentucky, also you're in the clear. But like I say, most of the other areas, you're under some kind of drought condition. Even Alaska's got a little bit of drought. Even the Hawaiian Chain Island do too. You can see there as well. So, alright, well, I hope everybody enjoyed the video. Make sure you subscribe if you have not. Like the video, share the video. We'll catch you back in the next one. Have a wonderful Sunday evening, folks. Take care and also enjoy the weather, because the only weather you got.